Hello YouTube, and welcome back to another video. So today we are doing a renovation of Brook Bungalow in Willow Creek. So as I say renovation, I really just mean I wanted to keep the bones of this place and just do a couple of minor renovations. And so you'll see that I pretty much only just change a couple swatches on the outside and really just do some basically touch-up jobs. And so I really wanted to keep the essence of this place still because I wanted to just keep it the same. And right now I'm adding flower boxes and spandrels and just redoing the wood and basically acting as if they were to like paint the shutters or something like that. And so before I did that, what you saw me do was I just gutted the entire place. And now I'm adding a couple plants and basically I wanted to emulate this person maybe is a gardener or they really like gardening and they really enjoy flower arranging, and so you'll see lots and lots of plants scattered all throughout the house. What I'm doing right now is I'm adding some plants into those like little flower pots so it looks kind of more lived in, adding some seed packets, a little bike. I wanted to add in those gardening tools, and over here I'm adding in the little sitting area that they can sit outside, and again lots and lots of plants. I really wanted this place to feel super homey. And you'll see here I still could not really decide what stairs that I wanted to go for, but I ended up going with those ones. So I don't want to do any major renovations to this house, but I did want to open it up a little bit so that it can seem a little bit more free-flowing. And right now I am being very indecisive because I cannot choose a kitchen floor or a kitchen wallpaper because I really want this to look the best that it can. So I'm being super indecisive about that, but I knew that I wanted to go for a industrial kind of feel, and I wanted to keep this all base game. So this entire build is base game, and I wanted to make it kind of a little bit of a industrial feel. Not the entire house is like a industrial mixed with craftsman in a way. So I really wanted to bring in those super nice warm tones of the wood and bring in the darker metals. Here I'm using move objects to make sure that all of my items fit where I wanted them to. I'm also raising up a couple of things up onto those shelves above the kitchen, and every so often I save because my game was lagging a little bit. I don't know why. Oh, this trick I saw the other day from somebody. I think it was Karen and Connie, and they sized down their lights, and so I decided to try and do that and do a little bit of a new take on a light fixture above the island counter. Here I am working on the dining room. I wanted to fit a bar in there somewhere, but I didn't exactly know how I was going to. I ended up being able to fit it kind of in there, and there I'm being indecisive with my rugs and what I want to put onto the table. I was gonna put like those little flowers inside of that vase. I know it's an urn, but we're calling it a vase so I don't get demonetized. Not like these videos are monetized anyways. I found the family portrait thing. I thought that was really sweet. I didn't know that existed. I know that it exists in CC. Oh, and please make sure to subscribe and hit that bell for more videos coming up later and soon sometime. I'm not exactly sure what I want my upload schedule to be, but I know that I want to upload some more SimTube videos. So here I'm just adding a couple knickknacks everywhere and making sure that it's nice and cluttered. I wanted to include that menu board somewhere and those, the aprons and the pans. Really just going through and adding in like little knickknacks, light switches, all that kind of stuff. Under these stairs I wanted to have kind of storage area because I feel like that's what a lot of staircases are used for. I know I don't exactly have a laundry pack, anything, so I I basically just kept it similar. Here I wanted to do a kind of green wall, like a dark emerald kind of green, but I couldn't find anything that was super what I wanted. But it was close enough to what I wanted, I guess. Here I had a bit of a struggle picking out rugs. And there I realized that I accidentally swapped out the coffee table with the console table by accident. But again, bringing in that industrial kind of feel. I put on the industrial tags on my build mode to see like what I could get out of it. More plants, a rug underneath. I had to size up that picture because there also was a little small. I didn't know what I really wanted to put on walls, so I just put like a couple of paintings and all that kind of stuff over there. I put a little sitting area for books, for reading books and stuff. And over here I know that I want to have kids in this house, so I put a little drawing table up there. And right now what I'm doing is basically just planning out what kind of beds I want to use for the upstairs bedrooms. Here I really wanted to incorporate that wallpaper because I don't really use it all that much. And I wanted to do basically a teen and tween bedroom for 2 girls. And so I brought in a lot of blues and purples and some real fun colors. And what I planned was I wanted to do one who is a little more artsy, does a lot more like, you know, fun painting stuff, and the other girl is more of more sportsy. And so here I added just a couple shelves, you know, little knickknacks, and made this room feel a lot more lived in, homey. And so I just wanted to really emphasize that artist by putting in like those paintings, and you know, like she painted that wall probably, and later I added one of those mural pieces out into the hallway, I believe. Here I am working on a little boy, like a little toddler's room. I really liked that wallpaper. I don't think I've ever actually used it before, but I really wanted to use it and bring in the blue and green, because I really don't ever use that first swatch all that often for these type of builds. I really don't ever use the main first swatch. I usually go for the oranges because yellow is my favorite color. But I really wanted to bring in those blues and greens because of this rug with the dinosaurs on it. I really wanted a little cute dinosaur room. I thought that would be amazing. So here, I'm finishing up the toddler's room and going out into the hallway. I wanted to kind of do a little bit of a Dan and Phil kind of like multicolored chairs and stuff like that for the little games table. I thought that would be fun. And then I'm bringing in the turquoise over there. Here I'm working on the master bedroom, the parents' bedroom. Again, bringing in that industrial from downstairs, upstairs. Trying to decide on a rug, and I ended up liking this one. So I wanted to put a TV in the parents' bedroom and a fireplace. Here I basically wanted to do like portraits of the parents, like old pictures of them and stuff like that. I thought that'd be cute. Let me know down in the comments below if you guys would like me to do a cast video of this family as well. I'm willing to do that, and we could do something not speed build, but we could, you know, kind of do it alongside. Oh, here's the mural I was talking about. Oh, I didn't put it in the hallway, I put it in the girls' bedroom. Okay, so now out here I'm doing kind of like a little bit of a teen tween hangout. I wanted to put fairy lights somewhere, you know, and have a nice plant, a little area for them to, like, you know, snuggle up. Oh, I really wanted to use that. I know it's like a separate pot, but I really wanted to use that pot. Here I did a double vanity sink. It's a nice big family bathroom for everybody. Again, using move objects to kind of place things where I want them to. If you guys don't know, TwistedMexi has this wonderful, wonderful thing where you can get always move objects on. I can link it down below, and you guys can download it for your game. It's always move objects on, so you guys don't have to do the Control or Command-Shift-C and type in bb.move objects and testing cheats and all that kind of stuff. It's a wonderful, wonderful mod. I love it. You just have to make sure to enable script mods in your game when you want to use it. Here my game was lagging out a little bit, so you saw that a little bit there. I mean, you probably wouldn't have noticed if I didn't point it out, but I really wanted to let you guys know that it was lagging a little bit here, and so you might see the grid pop on and off every so often, because sometimes that fixes it for me by like popping the grid on and off sometimes. I really wanted to make this a very, family home, as it was before. Here, I'm working on the outside. I really wanted to add a pool. I don't know why, I just really did. So I added a pool, and I wanted to add like a little spot for them to have more gardening over here. There it is. And some loungers. I went originally with the black and white ones, but I wanted to switch it up and have fun a little bit. So I brought in lots of that blues and turquoise like I did in the front of the house, and I shifted it around a little bit, but I did like a little outdoor kitchen area. Oh boy, you're gonna be able to see my struggle of trying to get a towel to make it look like it was onto the stove, but it didn't end up working. Here I am adding some of the little turtles and little lights to the pool so that it's nice and lit up at night. There I did a little toddler area for the little toddler that we have, so it's like one of those little portable cribs with a carpet down, and so that like in case the toddler doesn't really want to swim anymore. Here I was saving and trying to see if my OBS was still recording. Then I wanted to do outside. I really wanted to add a Wilbert. If you guys watch Karen and Connie like I do, they just did a beautiful water park of Wilbert for their 1 million. Congrats to them. They just hit 1 million subscribers. That is a huge milestone. I'm really happy for them. I remember when they did Pokemon videos. That was... I feel old now. But yeah, over here I'm just basically, I wanted to do a little bit more landscaping out in the front, add some rocks, because you've always got to add rocks. It's rock time. And again, another Karen and Connie reference if you guys know that niche. But yeah, I wanted to add some pretty flowers. I wanted to really make it kind of pop against the kind of white and dark brown of the house. Here I added another door to the outside for this little balcony area. I really wanted to make it nice and orange to contrast against those teals and blues. There I added another rug outside, and they're carpets, but I wanted to emulate them, kind of make them look like pool towels. Oh, and here I am using TwistedMexi's always move objects on, and raising up a couple of lanterns into those into the posts and stuff like that, and basically lighting up the whole house, making it look nice. And we're pretty much finished here. I'm just doing like a couple little bit more knickknacks and making the house lit up all nice, adding in, like some light switches and all that kind of stuff to just make it look a little bit more lived in. And so after this, oh, I added that little sun, I forgot. Oh, and here, in the parents' bedroom, I felt like that wall was a little bare, so I added a plant and a little seating area, and I also forgot that I wanted to clutter up this dresser a little bit more, and to make it feel a little bit more lived in. So yeah, here we are with the wonderful screenshots of the build, and from here on out, I'll let you guys vibe to the music and I will see you guys in the next video. Have a wonderful, wonderful day, whether it's morning, afternoon, evening, night, wherever you are. I hope you have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.